Hey guys, I am back to show you why my car is such a shithole this week. In today's episode, I am going to be talking about how to survive summer with the kids. I'm going to give you 5 ways to survive it. I'm also going to tell you about the most dangerous summer weapon, so keep your eye out for that. It is dangerous. You have to know about it. It is a scary, scary thing. Also scary is my car. I actually cleaned it today. I've been cleaning it, like I've been taking stuff out of it throughout the week. It is still quite a mess, however. Let me quickly show you what we've got today. There is a pool float back there, a lot of garbage on the floor, my son's map from school, sweatshirt, again, lots of Cheerios. There is a yogurt top. I've mentioned this before. Yogurt in the car is a dangerous thing. We have a large container of colored pencils and markers that is helpful to have in the car when your kids want something to do, so that will probably stay. About 3 episodes ago, I mentioned I have this piece of pottery in my car. Still here. Today I also happen to have some catnip that my son made at school. This is a good reminder. I think I need to take it out of my car so it doesn't get hot. Apparently this is supposed to help calm you down. I took some the other day. It's like you can take it orally. And calmed me down. I liked it, so I'm going to keep it. I, as usual, have a collection of toys. So today we have Iron Man. And we also have, what's his name? Star-Lord from Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm assuming that is who they are. I believe so. We have a collection of gum. My children have just now started chewing gum. I do think it kind of helps one of my kids with, like, his craziness. So, keeping that. They get 1 gum a day. And, yeah. Like, still some... lots of garbage. Oh my gosh, I just picked up this thing of Scooby snacks and I thought it was garbage. Literally 2 Lego guys just fell out of it. This Lego guy fell out of it, and then another Star-Lord Lego guy fell out of it. So I need to make sure my son doesn't start screaming at me when he gets in the car like, where the heck are my Lego guys? Well, they were in the garbage, kid. So if they're in the garbage, where do you think they're gonna end up, right? All right, I have to open my door because it's hot in here. Although it's only like 70 degrees out today and I'm wearing a sweatshirt for the first time since like February. So I want to talk about that though, because like summer has kind of started. It's very confusing because summer actually kind of started in February when it started to be 90 degrees, and I've gone to the beach already like 7 times this winter. I know it's not winter anymore. It is now summer. Summer is starting. And I want to talk about that because I feel like if you don't get like good awareness around the start of summer, it's going to fly by and you're never even going to notice it. Like, you know, all those people that are like, oh, you should like really enjoy childhood, like your kid's childhood, because before you know it, they're going to be old and it goes by so fast. It's all going to be gone. And I'm like, you know, and then I ran into a girl, one of the moms at pickup yesterday, and she was like, I can't believe this year has flown by. And I was like, you know, it really hasn't flown by for me. I really like look back at the year and it was really full. And I did a lot of like really good awareness work, and I was like in it and present during the whole year, so it didn't fly by. And I hope my summer doesn't fly by because I'm going to keep doing those practices that I do to be in it and to be present and to really make it like every second count. So at some point though, in order to do that, you have to start your summer, right? So that is number 1 on how to survive your summer with the kids. You got to start it. If you don't start it, you're just going to feel like you're still in overwhelm mode, like you're still in stressed out mode, you're still in like school routine mode, and it's going to go by and you're not even going to notice it happened, and then September is going to come and you're going to be like, what the fuck happened to my summer, right? So let's talk about what makes summer feel like it's beginning. Again, confusing because hot weather usually is like the beginning of summer and it's been hot since the winter. So I'm going to take that off my list. But I want you guys to write down in the comments, like, what signals the beginning of summer for you? What really makes it feel like summer? Some things that are on my list are mojitos, lemonade with or without the vodka. And then things like, like enjoying time outside, hula hooping. I do hoop dancing, and when I go outside and do that, like early in the mornings, not early, I mean like 11-ish, 10-ish, before it gets hot though, that really makes it feel like summer. I like put on a bathing suit and do it, or like wear not many clothes and do it, and it's like, oh, it's summer, you're like frolicking outside. Going to the beach is one of them for me. Reading a good book, like curling up and reading a good book and taking like an hour to do it, or doing it before bed and not having like a bunch of stuff to do before bed, is a good sign of summer for me. I want to say that sleeping in and letting the kids stay up late is a sign of summer for me too, but I feel like that since I've had kids, I really try to keep their sleep schedule the same, because it's so important to me that they go to bed early so that I have time for myself in the evenings. So although I want to keep them up late, that's not necessarily a summer thing for me anymore. I want to hear your list. I want to hear what makes you feel like summer has started. Because here's the thing. If you don't start summer, it's not going to start. So if you don't like really like become aware of these things and get them going and start actually doing them, it's not going to start. And it's going to fly by, and you're going to be pissed in September when, summer's over that you missed it. So I am doing a free challenge to get your summer started off right. It's going to be in my free Facebook group, and if you want to know more about this free challenge, write in the comments below that you want to get summer started off right. So say, I want to get summer started off right, and I will send you information about how to get started with your summer the right way, and we're going to do this challenge together. Because here's the thing, like, whatever you know, however easy you think it is not easy when you don't have like a roadmap and when you don't have a guide. So get together with the women in this like sisterhood group that is a free group that I host, and we'll do the challenge together so we all get our summers like started, like really, really start. Maybe we'll even drink mojitos together. That would be fun. So kind of going off of that, number 2 on how to survive summer with the kids is change your expectations. So this is kind of a hard one for me. I still struggle with this because summers when I was a kid meant like everything was done. All your responsibilities were over. When I was a kid, we spent our summers, we lived like on this lake, and everybody in the neighborhood could go to the beach for this lake. And so we spent our summers there. I remember like my parents were usually at work, and so I would like make myself bagels with fat-free plastic cheese in the toaster oven and watch Love Connection, and then we would spend the rest of the day at the beach. And it was so awesome and so free and like so amazing. And then I remember when I started college and summers meant like you had to work through the summer, I was like, I don't understand the summer business. It sucks. Like, it's not that freedom that we used to have. And then you have kids and it's like totally different. So I think one of the ways to survive summer is to change your expectations about what summer is. Yes, it can be fun. Yes, it can feel free. But your kids are going to be around. So getting to grips with that now can really help you create a summer around that instead of trying to like separate it. If you separate it, then you might have a great summer like on those fleeting moments when you don't have your kids around. But when your kids are around, you're going to feel like they are stealing your summer if you don't change your expectations to involve them. So in that free Facebook group that we do, we're going to talk about that. We actually started the virtual summer camp, which if you wanted to join, I'm sorry, it's too late. But it's a bunch of moms going through like a summer camp online, and we're talking about things like that. Like what we're going to be talking about, like how to get your fun with your kids and without your kids so you can have fun and that joy and that blissful feeling all the time. So yeah, and I think another thing is moms always say, oh, like I have to lower my expectations now that you're a mom. It's not lower, it's just different. Like, stop judging it so much. It's just a different scenario now that you have kids. Accept it. Accept that the expectations are different and don't worry about lowering them. Hey, Maddie, I see you up here. I'm talking about how to survive your summer with your kids. And I hope to go to the beach a lot during this summer too, to help survive it with the kids. And so talking about that, the third thing to help survive your summer with your kids is to set up some kind of like guidelines or schedule with your kids. This is a big experiment. Don't get stuck on it right away, but set it up and know that you can change it. I still have my schedule from spring break written on my chalkboard wall in my kitchen, and it was like literally broken down by the hour. Like till 9:30 you can watch TV, from 9:30 to 10:30 I will play with you, from 10:30 to 11:30. And obviously we did it for like a day and it didn't work out. But then it was a good guideline and a good structure. Some people will suggest like scheduling your summer, like have a day at home and then a day where you're doing fun stuff out and about. For me, that is, I don't know, that doesn't really work for me necessarily. But what I suggest scheduling is, like for my kids, what I'm going to have to do is set expectations about screen time and how much screen time they get a day. Set expectations about quiet time and how much quiet time they need to have during the day. I want them to read books and get into reading books, so I want to do that. But then something really important is, and this is hard for me because I work from home. In addition to doing this, I'm a freelance writer, so I always have like tons of shit to do. And so it's hard for me to think of the kids being around and like them encroaching on my like 5 to 6 hours that I normally have when they're at school to get all this work done by myself. Again, that's going back to changing expectations. My expectations will have to be different. And I have to work in time where I'm doing something fun with them every day. So that's going to be part of the structure that we set up. Like, it doesn't have to be a long time. It doesn't have to be an hour that I spend with them every day. It can literally be 10 minutes. Like mommy drops everything she's doing and does something that you want to do together for 10 minutes a day. And then I think we're going to have one day a week that's going to be our play day, either like one day or 2 mornings. Again, I'm going to experiment with it and see how it works out, where I can say yes to play dates and I can say yes to going out with their friends and with my friends and going to the beach together and really having that free feeling where I'm having fun with my kids. I'm not worried about my to-do list. I'm not worried about my work stuff, and we're actually having a good time. So setting up that guideline and that schedule is really important. And to do that, you need number 4, which is be aware of what is working right now in your life. So you have a routine. You have a routine that you probably set up in September, and you've been flowing through it for a lot of months now. What is that, like 8 months? So thinking about what works in that routine can help you set up the structure for the summer. I know for me, one of the things that really works is that like we wake up, our mornings are crazy from 6:30 until 7:30 when we leave for school. It's constant, like mom this, mom that, get me breakfast, blah, 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 blah. That's going to still probably need to happen. So I'm going to set my expectation to be that. I'm going to incorporate it into the schedule. Hey, Sarah. But what really works in my schedule now is that after we finish our morning stuff, we get in the car and we go to school. And I drive for an hour and a half every day in this shithole car. Hey, I'm talking about the number 4 thing on how to set up or how to survive summer with your kids. And so I'm talking about being aware of what is working now. And one of the things that really works is my time in my car for an hour and a half, because it is quiet. The kids are contained. They talk to me a little bit, but they mostly do their own thing in the car. Like they listen to their own music, or they talk, or they play with their own toys. And this is the time when I just like, it's very meditative for me, and I brainstorm a lot of stuff about my business. So I am going to need that time early in the morning. And so I'm going to keep that time, and I'm going to set that up in our structure. Like after our morning of mom wakes up and mom kind of helps the kids set up whatever they need, I am going to make sure that my kids are aware that I need a good hour or hour and a half to myself and to brainstorm. And this is not going to be time that I'm going to be doing laundry or like hopping on and writing an article or anything like that. I want it to be meditative. So I'm going to do a little bit of meditating, and I'm going to do some of that, the same feelings that I get when I'm in the car, like not totally focusing on all the shit I have to do, probably laying in the hammock with my phone, because my phone is where I take notes when like a thought comes to me, and really just getting like into the mind zone. So I know that works for me, and I'm going to do it. Another thing that works for me during the year is that I just actually realized this. What works for me is putting my dog away when we're eating. So breakfast time, I think I'm going to put the dog in the crate and have it be a little bit more relaxed, a little quieter, and not have the dog be stealing things off the table from my children. So I'm going to keep that in my summer plans. So I've done a lot of awareness work this year. I've put out a lot of awareness work for you guys to do. There is a free awareness planner that I put out a while ago. If you printed that out, it really helps you figure out like what is working in your life right now. And focusing on that can help you survive your summer, because you set up the stuff that's working. You plan for it, you expect it, and you structure it into your day. So moving on to number 5. This is a really big one, and this is something we're starting to work on in the virtual summer camp. Is making fun, scheduling fun in to be part of your day. This is huge, and it sounds silly. You have so much to do. And so what you do, and I say this all the time, but if you tell yourself, like, I just have to get these few things done that I have to do, and then I'll get to the fun, you will never get to the fun. And what happens is when you get to like a day where someone asks you to go on a play date or go to the beach, and you put everything aside to do it, your day is like, just your whole routine is shot. Your mind is shot. Your clarity is gone. You come home and there's piles of shit to do because you put it off. And then it's confusing because you're like, shit, but I did something fun and I let everything go, but letting everything go made it pile up. So by scheduling in something fun every day, even if it's just 10 minutes, it's not really about the time or the amount of time that you do it. It's about the quality of what you do. Making sure you do that every day makes that become one of your to-dos, so your other to-dos don't get completely wrecked, and you actually are doing it. Oh, yay! Can you get on live on your new phone, Rachel? That's amazing. So I'm actually finishing up talking about how to survive your summer, but you can go back and watch this because I always post my lives once they're done. But we were saying making fun part of your to-do list, and you get to a point in motherhood where you don't know what's fun anymore. So that is going to be one of the things that we're going to talk about, and we're going to do and kind of encourage each other to do in the free Start Your Summer Off Right challenge, which is going to start a little bit later in the month. Again, if you put a comment down below saying you want to be part of it, I'll tell you how to be part of it. That's going to help you be able to find your fun so you can do your fun, and you're going to do your fun every day. So those are 5 ways to survive your summer. And now I told you it was going to be 5, but there's actually a 6th way. Here's your 6th way to survive your summer. Don't give your kids one of these. All right, this squirter, $1 at the dollar store, is a weapon, and it's dangerous, and it's so scary. All right, I'm going to tell you what happened with this the other day. So we were at the pool for my son's birthday party, and I gave everybody these. Bad idea to give 8-year-olds these. They're all playing with them, and all of a sudden my 6-year-old is in the pool, and he starts freaking the fuck out. He's like, I got squirted in the eye, and he's screaming his head off. He's crying. He got squirted in the eye with one of these, and I'm like, dude, you just got squirted in the eye. But he was so sad. I walked to the edge of the pool, and his eyes are closed. He can't even open them. I'm like, come here, honey, come here. I'm here at the edge of the pool. He walks to the edge of the pool. I pull him out, and he's still like freaking out. My mother-in-law is there. We're both trying to look at his eye. He's like keeping it really shut. We're trying to look at it, and it's like, it looks like something is missing in his eye. It's like gone. It looks all swollen and puffy and weird, and like if you try to open it like this, like there was nothing there. It was the scariest thing. So my mother-in-law looks at it, and she's like, oh my God, something was really wrong. So I am seriously at the pool here during a birthday party dialing 911 on my phone because I'm so freaked out. And then one of the kids who was coming to the birthday party shows up with his father, and we're like, maybe he can do something about it. So he ends up like being super calm, whereas you see me, right? I'm not really that calm of a person when things like this happen. And he's super calm and he's like talking to my son so nicely. He's like, come here, it's okay, it's okay. All right, so he turns out what it was is all of his eyelashes from the top of his eye had gotten stuck inside his eye and up underneath. It was like his eyelid flipped like in. And so his eyelashes looked like they were missing. You couldn't really see his eye in there because the eyelashes were like in his eye and like covering his eyeball. I don't even know. We had to like open his eye like this like 5 million times to get all the eyelashes out. But I have to say it was like the scariest thing. It is so scary to think that something bad has happened to your kid's eyeball. So this is what caused it. This is strong force, man. It shoved all the eyelashes inside his eyeball. So now our rule for the summer is if you're playing with a squirter and you squirt someone in the face, you will no longer be able to play with squirters for the rest of the summer because this is a dangerous weapon. So if you want to survive your summer, I would recommend not using one of these because somebody is going to get their eyeball shot out, basically. Or it's going to feel like that. And honestly, whether it actually happened that his eyeball was shot out or not, the feeling of thinking that your kid's eyeball was shot out, even though your logic is telling you like that can't happen, but I don't know, that's some like heavy duty force. That's freaky, and that is not going to help you survive your summer with sanity. So I made this episode quicker for you. You like that? So you can watch the whole thing. Those are your 5 ways to survive summer. Go do them. And if you want to join in that free challenge, which is going to be how to get your summer started off right, we're all going to start our summers off right together. So woohoo! Do it. Write down below that you want to do the challenge. I'll let you know how to get started. It's free, it's fun, and it will really make you feel like, oh, right, summer's here, and in a good way. All right, so thank you guys for watching, and that's it. All right, bye. Mwah.